Hello, my friends. Welcome in. It's episode 2 of Winter Wipeout La Liga edition. If you saw the first episode, you already know this. But if you didn't, go back and see it. We wiped out Real Madrid. That means wiping out their reputation and all their finances. Bank balance, transfer budget, wage budget. And if they have a sugar daddy, we get rid of that too. We wiped them out to see where they would end up 1 year in. We saw that FC Barcelona won La Liga. We wiped them out. We've gone through 2 more years of wipeouts. It's now 2020, July of 2020. So we're going to go back and look at 2 years and see what has happened not only to Real Madrid and Barcelona, but whoever won the title, and we'll look at all the transfers and stuff like that. What I neglected to do in the first episode is to also look at the Champions League to see if we had any impact there as well. So we'll check that out. So let's do it, shall we? All right, as you can see here, Valencia won the title this past season with Real Madrid having made a comeback. They finished 3rd the season before, and Atleti finishing there in 3rd. Prior to that, Atletico Madrid had won the league, so they got wiped out and dropped to 3rd. Really not a bad dropout. Barcelona came in 2nd after being wiped out, so we've not had a significant real impact, although perhaps it's surprising that Valencia has won the title. So let's go take a look at the stages now, just so you can see everything. Remember, this is the first season. Madrid dropped to 6th. Barcelona wins the league. The following season, Real Madrid jumps back up to 3rd. Barcelona drops just 1 place to 2nd, and they come in 2nd based on goal differential. I mean, they have exact same win, draw, loss record, and all that kind of stuff. Atletico Madrid wins, and then the following season, Real Madrid in 2nd, Atletico Madrid 3rd, Barcelona 5th. So a bit of a surprise to me personally, but you can see how this is looking with in terms of the Champions League and Europa League and all that kind of stuff. That is a lot of clubs going to continental competition. So we're going to go all the way back and take a look at Real Madrid just to see what has happened with them. They're already back up to a 3-star reputation. That's what, like, yeah, 6 grand was 59-14. They've got 185 million in the bank with a 37 million transfer budget and a wage budget of 5 million. No sugar daddy, so it's not like sugar daddies come in while we were, vacationing and going through the same. Because if another ownership group comes in and they get a sugar daddy and they haven't won the league, I don't take that away. So you can kind of see here, they win the league, they get wiped out, drop to 6th, they come in 3rd, and now, what is it now in the league? They are in 2nd. So let's go look at the transfer history. We'll go back. So we saw the first season. I'm actually gonna bump myself up here so you can kind of see when they start bringing players back in. Sold 62 million, really just 4 players, but really 3 players. Following season, they bring in 45 million, 1 player though. I think that's interesting. It's like they were able to convince one Vinicius Jr., 1 player, to come in, and they paid a lot of. He's 19. Oh my. And he's on a 7.2 in the league. That's incredible. 1 player. So I had a comment. I can't remember if it was on this save or on one of the other versions of Winter Wipeout, but somebody said it appears that the reputation impact is the worst part of this. And I would agree with that. It's when you've got the players like, ooh, like I don't want to play for an obscure amateur or a local reputation club. I want to play, for a well-established club. And even though they're in the Champions League or the Europa League or whatever, it takes a while to build that back up. As you can see, they're currently 3-star. So they're able to convince 1 player, throw a ton of money at the club. Here, take 45 million, please come play for us. How much did they pay him? 135 grand a week. My goodness. But they sold 69 million. And Casemiro leaves for 44.5. That's the big one, really. Okay, the following season, nobody comes in. Even though you would imagine their reputation has come back a little bit, nobody comes in, and they sell another 35 million, but really it's 1 player, Carvajal. Also, wait a minute, Man City they're doing the PSG. They're coming in and just snatching up players. That is fascinating. Okay, so that's what's going on with Real Madrid. I said Real Madrid. I apologize. And then we saw Barcelona won in, sorry, that's my kids screaming in the background, 17-18. So we would have wiped them out on July 2nd of 2018. As you can see, nobody coming in after we wiped them out. So then they sell 51 million. Any big names? Okay. 33 million going to Inter. That helps out the bank balance a little bit. And then after that, it feels like there should be one more. 1 million. I may be blunt. There's a 9.25, I guess. Okay, so they sell 51 million. Nobody comes in. The following season they spend 42 million, but again, you notice the number of players coming in. It's not like they're able to restock the entire roster. They're kind of having to be more selective. So Blanco coming in for 23 million is the biggest one. Tagliafico coming in from Ajax for almost 11, or it could have gone up to 15.5, depending on if that's whatever the add-ons were and all that kind of stuff, but we'll call it 15.5. So 42 million, but 81 million leaving, with Ter Stegen being the big one for 52 million to PSG. As we talked about, PSG they've got the money, right? So you guys are in trouble over there, and your players don't want to stay with you. Come on over here. Paulinho for 4.1, but really the 52 million is the big one. And then okay, well that's interesting because it hasn't gone through on the database yet. He went to Everton, right? Yeah, that's the guy that went to Everton. So instead he goes to Inter for 14 or 19.5 million. Interesting. But what we also want to do is take a look at okay, they're back to 3 stars as well. So they're 59.14 was Real Madrid. They're at 55.10. Real Madrid's had an extra year of recovery, right? Because we wiped out Barcelona after Real Madrid. They've got 62 million in the bank with a 36, so pretty similar transfer budget, but obviously the bank balance is pretty significantly different. And they've got a 5.7 million payroll budget. No Sugar Daddy has appeared on the radar. So that's Barcelona. Then I just want to make sure I'm doing this in the correct order. Okay, Barcelona. Then Atletico Madrid wins in 2018, 2019. And quite the steady climb if you look at their history. If you're unfamiliar like me, I'm not saying I know the La Liga that well, but so we would have wiped them out July 2nd, 2019. So they don't bring anybody in after that. Obviously, we don't need to look at the previous seasons because that doesn't matter. And they sell 85 million. So Vieto leaving for 13 million, 24.5. Ain't no party like a Thomas Partey. If you watch Loki Doki, that I'm always going to think about that with Thomas Partey. 24.5 million. And then Jimenez going to Chelsea for 42.5 million. PSG coming in with a whopping 125k, picking up some play. There's some others 1.8. Not that those are small amounts, but in comparison to the 85 million and 24.5 and all that kind of stuff, it's relatively small amounts. So let's take a look here. They are still on a local reputation because we wiped them out. 24-16 with more money than Barcelona. That's interesting. 91 million in the bank and 45 million in the transfer budget, but like a 50% less or more than 50% less payroll budget. They've got Simeone in charge. I guess I should have looked at the let's look at the head coach history because we just wiped him out. So he's still in charge. Okay. Let's go back. Real Madrid, Didier Deschamps is still in charge. And then Barcelona has... oh, do we believe it? Sampaoli. I don't think Messi would like that. Is Messi still on the... surely he's still... Yes, of course he's 33. Okay, I'm not... sometimes you just go, am I crazy? Okay, so they won it in 2017/2018. So we wiped them out July 2nd, 2018. And then Valverde's like, I'm out. I resign. We have no money. And he leaves. Okay, so now I'm going to go pull up the Champions League. All right, in 2017/2018, we're going to go all the way back to the beginning. The first team we see from Spain is the best placed playoff, Sevilla, overcoming Istanbul on a 3-2 aggregate score line. That's the only team in this round, but they make it through. And then in the group stage, we've got lots of clubs. We've got Barcelona winning their group against Chelsea and Besiktas and FC Copenhagen. 16 points, not half bad. Sevilla winning their group on 13 points, tied really across the board with Tottenham. It must have been one of those and then you keep going through the tiebreaker, and eventually Sevilla comes out on top. And Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid both win their groups. So I think that's interesting. In the first knockout round, you have Tottenham taking out Atletico Madrid. You have Liverpool taking out Sevilla. You have Dortmund taking out Real Madrid. And you have RB Leipzig on penalties taking out Barcelona. They get completely wiped out in the knockout stage. Imagine the papers. Imagine the papers. That is incredible. All right, let's go to 2018/19. We don't have somebody in the third qualifying phase. Do we have them in the playoff? No. That's interesting. I'm just wondering if we've damaged the league standing. Maybe not. Maybe because they did so well, they just went straight to the group stage. So let's just take a look here. Barcelona, because they would have been wiped out, finishes on 9 points at that point in third place. So they're not in. Villarreal, surprisingly, finished second in their group. Valencia finished third. We've not touched them, so that's just natural results. Atletico Madrid finish second and get through. Remember, Real Madrid finished sixth, so I think they would have been in the Europa League in this season. So that's the group stage first knockout round. Madrid losing to Atletico Madrid, losing to Juve. Villarreal losing to Liverpool. Again, not going too well, if we're being completely honest. And then I guess this is just the upcoming season, or am I? No. This was the past season. Okay, sometimes it gets confusing. So let's go look at the group stage. And we've got, Valencia finishing in fourth place against Napoli, Dortmund, and Benfica. Atletico Madrid finishing third to Arsenal and Zenit. And Barcelona finishing third to Milan and Lyon, and finishing above Kiev. And Real Madrid finishing third to Man United and AS Monaco. So nobody gets through to the knockout round. So we will need to take a look here, because this is the current season. Obviously, we're still in the qualifying phases and all that kind of stuff. So let's go take a look. What can we go take a look at? Okay, so it has dropped. It's been in first place for 3 seasons. This is the 2019 season was the first season it dropped in reputation to second place. Obviously, the next season kicks over here in about 10 days in the game, so I wonder if it's going to drop further, or will they hold on to the second spot? Because that's going to start impacting things like how many Champions League spots and how many Europa League spots and stuff like that. So, as you can see, Barcelona is the current title holders. Arsenal and Napoli. So let's go take a look, because we had, I think it was this season, Real Madrid would have been in this season. Yes, maybe. Valencia knocking out Porto. Real Sociedad losing to Tottenham. Real Madrid overcoming Frankfurt on a 3-2 aggregate score. A little nervy there at the end with a 2-1 score line. Barcelona taking out Dynamo Zagreb. I'm not going to take a look at probably every season like this. I was just interested because we saw Real Madrid take a drop down there. Unfair. Valencia takes out Barcelona. Well, Spain on Spain hate there. And Arsenal on away goals overcoming Athletic Club Bilbao. And I missed this. Real Madrid on away goals losing to Tottenham. So I don't want to look too deep at the Europa League, because it gets really, really hairy if you keep going deeper and deeper and deeper, but I just want to see. So it's interesting to me that Barcelona has won the Europa League, so maybe that helps out with the coefficient. I'm not as intimately familiar with the coefficient stuff, if I can be completely honest with you. But as you can see, Valencia has won the league. What we'll do is we'll come in, and I'm not going to do it right now, but we'll just take a look, because I'm going to save this into a new file. We'll wipe them out there. 7,700 reputation they have. Ooh, they just have 16 million in the bank and 13 million in the transfer budget and a significantly smaller wage budget. So we'll have to see what happens there. They're just happy they won the title. They've been plugging away. They haven't won the title since, what is that, 2004? Not bad. Not bad. All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to hop ahead 2 more years. We're going to take it, again, at the first part, we'll take it kind of 2 years at a time and then do like 5-year chunks. Again, with this being a new series on the channel, if you would not mind to hit the like button if you actually enjoyed it, or leave a comment. Maybe there's something that I missed. Sometimes I get comments that's like, boy, you miss a lot of stuff on the screen. And it's like, well, I'm trying to keep the episode less than like 15 minutes ideally. And so sometimes I kind of rush through. There's things in my head that I'm like, okay, I want to hit this, I want to hit that, I want to hit that. But if there's something that I've missed that you want to see, let me know. Leave a comment. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.